Here with head coach Ryan Craig. Coach, team just won the 5th game in a row. How's it feeling out there for you guys?
Well, it's always good to win. I thought it was a team effort tonight. I thought through the first 16 minutes, we were unwilling to shoot the puck a little bit, unwilling to make the right decisions with it. Came back to bite us. We're down at 2-0 at that point, but our goalie played really well. And then I liked our last 4 minutes of the period. We scored a goal. We get outshoot them 8-0 at that point, and we salvaged something out of the period to allow us to come in the room.
Speaking of the goalie, second time you've seen him this year, 31 saves. Can you touch on his performance?
Well, we saw Whitey last year for 2 games. I think that was really big for him to get some experience there. He's come in and done exactly what's been asked of him. He's earned playing time. He's done a good job. He's ready to play just like all our goalies have been. And credit to him. He's finding ways to win hockey games.
First game with Jakub Brabenec as the captain. He was a +5. Can you touch on what his presence on the ice means for this group?
Well, huge. There's a reason we named him captain. He leads by example. I think it's not always going to be on the score sheet, yet it's great to have that. I mean, he got back at 1:30 last night. There was no question he was going to play a game for us today. Wanted to be a part of it and was here and ready to go.
For you, Coach, today, obviously, like you mentioned, starting down 2-0, was there anything game plan wise that you wanted to change from the team that led to the offensive explosion that we saw today?
Well, we got to shooting the puck. I thought we started to put pucks into the blue paint. We passed up on some opportunities early, I think is what we did. And then as the game went on, like I said, in the last 4 minutes, we outshoot them 8-0, we outscore them 1-0. So that's a little bit more of how we wanted, and it picked up in the second period again.
Braeden now has 5 goals in 4 games. Can you touch on his performance? What makes him stand out from other players?
Well, his poise with the puck. He's in the right position. He does a good job on the walls. He does a good job at the net front. I can go on and on. He's a 200-foot player for us. A guy that where he scores his goals is in the slot. He's willing to get inside. So overall, there's the stuff that shows up in the score sheet there, but there's all those little plays that he makes to get us out of trouble and put us in good situations.
One penalty played today, kind of slow. What was your thought on that?
The one penalty you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was a well-checked game. I didn't think there was many penalties out there. I think they ended up 1-1. So that's okay. I like that we were able to roll 4 lines. Gives us a chance with 3 games this week to make sure everybody's into it and a part of it. But yeah, there wasn't much that I have to complain about there. 1-1 in penalties. I liked their discipline.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Here with Braeden Bowman. You guys won 6-2 after going down 2-0. Can you touch on the resilience of this team coming back from that early deficit?
Yeah, I mean, we talked in intermission. We didn't think our first period was good enough at all. That's not our brand. So we knew a way to switch something up in the second, and gladly we did.
For these past 5 games, it seems like every night someone scores their first goal, someone gets their first assist. This time you had 14 different players get a point in this game. Can you touch on the offensive output up and down the lineup here? Yeah,
I mean, you got so much depth on our team. Like I've mentioned before, we have guys playing in roles, and they're accepting those roles unreal, and they're playing so well. And then we have a lot of depth guys that are contributing, so I'm happy with the whole team.
Played a little bit last year. He did his second start tonight, had 31 saves. Can you touch on playing in front of Cameron Whitehead?
Yeah, he's so calm. He's so good. I feel like he's making the saves he doesn't have to, and then obviously like the ones that he has to. So like all of our goalies do, they're unbelievable, and pretty much anyone that comes in there, we're pretty calm.
Yourself, you scored 2 goals. What did you see out there? Because you scored the 5th and the 6th goal with that offensive performance later in the game.
Yeah. Just Lavi made a great pass in the first one, or both actually. Yeah, I guess Lavi hit me. Our line's been clicking pretty well here, so we're going to keep it going hopefully.
Today marks the highest scoring game for the Silver Knights this season. What makes it different than every other game so far?
I think just bearing down on our chances, getting to the inside. We started shooting more after the first period. We thought that was something we could definitely hone in on. So usually good things happen when you throw pucks to the net.
Thanks, Braeden.
Thank you.
Here with Jakub Brabenec. You had 2 assists tonight, but 14 total Silver Knights had a point in this game. Can you touch on the offensive output up and down your lineup?
I just feel like we're getting more confident like every single game. So we're just trying to build off that and then play with the puck, play off the shot. So yeah, it's been doing really well. So just have to keep going and keep scoring.
touching on that confidence, you're on a 5-game winning streak. You have 6 points in your first 7 games. What does that mean for a group like this?
You know, we have pretty young group, so it's really good to start a season like that, to get on a winning mentality. So we just have to doing the small things and keep going.
What was the message in the locker room going in to that first intermission? You had only the 1-goal deficit, but starting out 2-0.
You know, just stick with our game, be good in the D zone, and then create some chances. And we know that we knew that we're gonna score some goals, and it just happens after. So it was good.
This is the first game for Magnat with the captaincy. Can you touch on his presence in that locker room?
You know, I mean, all the older guys been awesome for us. He's the one of the best guy I ever met. So I'm really happy for him that he's the captain. And yeah, that's all.
The second period was super fun, obviously in the stadium. But how did you feel? What was your favorite part of the game?
You know, when you score more and more goals, you just feel confident and loose. So you just enjoy the hockey, and that's why we play it. So it's been fun.
What do you think you provided best with the team tonight?
You know, like I said, we've been good defensively, and then offensively we created really good chances, especially our lines, and I think we've been really good. So we just have to keep going.
Thanks, Probs.
Thank you.